Good evening. Welcome to Chiller Night Theater. I am your host, the Boogeyman, Sam Hain, Lord of the Dark. I am he known as Jack Shadow. Have you ever wondered what the world would be like if hell itself opened up and unleashed its frightening fury upon all of mankind? The undead crawling from the cold ground, eating their victims, vampires and werewolves running about, slaughtering victim after victim. The end times when gargoyles, goblins, witches, and warlocks hunt down mankind and terminate the world as we know it in one big bloody apocalypse. All that terror, all that horror, the ultimate of horror movies. Well, I'd like to see that too, but tonight we're watching The Ape. A circus is in town, an ape escapes, and, well, you could just imagine that things don't go too right. Yep, the ape. Look, it's really not as bad as it sounds. We've got horror movie legend Boris Karloff in it. So there's that, right? All right, feeling a little better now? Good. Then you know the drill. Turn the lights down low. Get that popcorn and pizza ready, and pull that blanket up around you tight. Settle in and join me as we watch the 1940 creature feature, The Ape.
Hello, boys.
Got any old tires you don't want?
Only old tires I got, I'm riding on.
We got enough money to go to the circus, but not enough for the sideshow.
Save your money. Plenty of freaks around here.
Hey, you think they got all the things they say they have?
Sure, the man told us.
Bet they ain't got no lions.
They have to. The man let us see 'em.
He did? Bet they ain't got no teeth.
Sure they have, long as anything.
Let you and me go see him.
You can go ahead. We're going swimming.
Say, we're going past Doc Adrian's house, ain't we?
Sure.
We gone right by the front of the house?
Sure. What's the matter? You scared?
I ain't scared of no crazy doctor.
Well, if you're coming, come on.
Wait, you see, it's this way. If I don't get home for dinner, what? Mom won't let me go to the circus.
All right, so you're afraid. Well, you'd better stay here.
Come on, now.
Chief, look, he's got Willie.
I can't understand why they don't do something about Doc Adrian. Destroying all the values in this town, giving Red Creek a bad name.
I think so. You're right, Mason.
He ought to have been run out of this town a long time ago.
Who ought to be run out of the town,
Dr. Adrian.
You should have been with us this afternoon. He scared the women so bad they haven't got over it yet.
Yeah.
This town's too healthy. Maybe he'd scare himself a couple of patients. Understand them big doctors make a lot of money on nervous women.
Wasn't so funny when that epidemic broke out, Quinn. You know as well as I do he used a lot of those patients as guinea pigs.
I know nothing of the sort. I know he did everything he could.
There's 2 or 3 in this town who wouldn't agree to that. However, I can understand his reason for want of patients now.
Well, he got himself another this afternoon. Little Willie over there.
He ran after me, hurt me, and I wasn't doing nothing. Poor child.
I think you're all yellow.
She's right. And none of you got the courage to do anything about it. His patients die on him, and now he's hanging around Miss Clifford's house experimenting with Francis, I guess.
You make up poor critic, Mason. Your greed hasn't done this town any good.
You doing preaching?
Little preaching wouldn't do you no harm. What with the people you squeeze dry and the usury you charge on your loans?
No, I don't ask him to borrow.
I guess there's an answer for that also. But I think it'd be wasted on you.
Business is business, Quinn, and you know it. Besides, we weren't talking about me. Why don't we kick the doctor out and be done with it? I'm ready any time you're willing to start it.
Oh, yes, that prescription. I'll fill it in a second. Been quite busy this morning. I'm sorry to delay you, Doctor.
Perfectly all right. I can fix it myself.
It's none of my business, and maybe we men of science think different from other people, but if they ever find out in the village what you've been doing...
You mean about the animals?
Yes, some of the dogs have been missed.
Well, that phase of the experiment is all over. I've found out all I need to know.
Can I help you?
If you think they need you in the store...
Just as you say, Doctor, just as you say.
Well, that's good. Enjoying the last of the sun, huh?
Oh, doctor. Sit down.
Thank you. Oh, how's my girl today? Oh, you're all dressed up.
Danny phoned. He's coming over.
So early?
He can't come tonight. He's going to the circus.
Oh, yes, the sick. I almost forgot. I've got a present for you, Francis.
Oh, for me, Doctor?
Well, now, don't get too excited. Just you wait till you open it. It isn't anything at all,
A
though.
jewelry case. Oh, Doctor. Oh, it's beautiful. But why so much, Doctor? You gave me a birthday present last month.
So I did. Well, this is a make-believe birthday, just as you're my make-believe daughter.
Was she very like me?
She'd have been just 18 today. She was to have worn that. I couldn't save her, and I couldn't save her mother. I hadn't the weapons to fight the disease that killed them, but I have now, or at least I've got a knowledge of them. 10 years it's taken me. Francis, you are going to walk again.
Is so intense you frighten me sometimes.
So Danny's going to the circus, huh?
Yes. Then he's coming back here afterwards and tell me all about it.
Oh, he is he? Well, why don't you go with him?
Oh, me?
Do you think she
you're
could?
Fooling.
Why, of course she could. I don't know why she shouldn't.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, Danny!
Oh, Danny.
Hello, Mrs. Clifford.
Well, Danny, how would you like to take Frances to the circus?
Well, gee, that'd be great, only...
Well, of course she can go. We can take care of her. I'll be back for you later.
Oh, thanks, Doctor.
Now, don't you worry, Mrs. Clifford. 2 strong men to look after her. She'll be all right. Be back later.
Goodbye, Doctor. Danny, I think you better run home and get yourself cleaned up. You look as if you'd brought all of the grease from the garage with you.
You know, Francis, I think the doc's crazy. I suppose I'll have to like him as long as he's nice to you.
He wants to be nice to everybody, but people won't let him.
Well, I'm not saying I believe all the things that...
Don't you believe any of the things they say about him, Danny Foster?
Well, all right, don't get excited.
Look, Danny, the stories they tell about the doctor are just as dirty as the grease on your hands and face.
Well, that about takes care of me. So long, honey.
Goodbye, Danny.
Don't let it throw you.
Careful.
There you are.
Hey, that was easy, wasn't it?
All right, Francis?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Right. Okay.
Well, this time next year, it'll take 3 men to lift you.
Oh, not 3 men, Doctor. If it did, they'd want to keep me in the circus.
Hop in, Doc.
Oh, no, you can get somebody else at the circus to help you lift her down.
What's the matter? Aren't you coming?
No, you 2 go on by yourself.
Oh.
Now, you don't mind if I change my mind, do you?
Oh, please, Doctor.
You'll have much more fun together. Off you go. And don't forget to tell me all about it in the morning.
So long,
We
Doc.
won't.
Thanks for everything.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Bye.
Goodbye, Mother.
Bye.
Goodbye, Doctor. Goodbye, Mother.
Oh, come now. This is no time for tears.
I know it. I can't help it.
Ah, nonsense. The change will do her a world of good. Good night.
Good night. Well, we made it.
Hey, did you see him, Mickey?
Oh,
The gorilla. Did you really see him?
yeah, in the sideshow. He's a big fella.
Is he bigger than 3 men?
That ape is bigger than 6 men. 6 big men.
He's the biggest ape gorilla in the whole world.
Look, here come the clowns.
Having a good time?
Yes.
You don't act like it.
Gee, everybody's looking at us. I'm nervous.
What for?
Well, out with a married man and, you know.
Gee, this is the best circus I ever saw.
The only circus I've ever seen.
Get him while they're hot. Race hook. All right, officer. Peanuts, popcorn, right hot out of the oven. Excuse me, Sonny. Peanuts, 5 cents a bag.
Isn't she lovely? She's so graceful.
Ah, she's not so hot. I saw her pass in the garage this morning. Them costumes make a big difference.
doctor calls muscular grace. Muscular coordination.
Honey, look over that ring there. See?
There you are. You're all right now. You'll be chasing bones in the morning. What I've done for you, I could do for men. They let me.
That's all, honey.
I'm sorry it's over.
We'll never miss another circus.
Okay, so this was back before the vehicle laws were picky and didn't allow for occupied wheelchairs in a moving truck bed. You know, back before seat belts and turn signals and life-saving devices like that became such a big deal. But hey, despite that, the kids made it to the circus safe, evidently. Francis and Danny seem like a nice enough couple, but what about our lead character, Dr. Adrian? His motives seem admirable, but at what cost? We'll get into all that as the movie progresses, and we'll be asking ourselves the age-old moral question, do the needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many? Now this movie explores that and takes it a step further. Dr. Adrian is many things, but he's not a two-dimensional character. No, he's got some depth to him, which drives his motives. And we'll see how all that plays out. Our doctor is played by a legendary actor, Boris Karloff. Karloff, of course, is famous for his portrayal of the monster in Universal's Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, and the Son of Frankenstein. Tonight's movie, The Ape, wasn't exactly a cinema masterpiece, but Karloff, the professional that he was, gave his usual stellar performance. And it's that type of dedication to this craft that he is regarded so highly as one of the most epic actors in horror film history even today. Now let's get back to Boris Karloff and the others as we return to The Ape.
What are you trying to do? Drive that animal crazy? Well, he's getting mean. It's the only way I can handle him. Did you ever try a little kindness? Nothing wrong with him. Nabu. Come here, Nabu, old boy. Come on, Nabu. That's it. Yeah, well, 2 years ago, he killed my old man. And I ain't gonna let him forget it, understand? I know he did. I was right here when he did it. Because he was abusing him, same as you're doing. If you don't watch your step, he'll get you, too.
Why don't you mind your own business?
You boys wouldn't be gambling, would you?
Oh, no. Sheriff, take me in. That was a fine show you fellas put on. You was the funniest clown I ever seen.
Oh, I rode a horse. He was the clown.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks like a judge.
Hey, Jim, Pete, let's give him a hand. Come on.
Get the animals out!
Dr. Adrian, get something to put him on. We'll take him there.
Get him on, man. Somebody better get after that ape or he'll tear this town wide open.
Pete, get a posse together.
Come on, boys. Let's see what we can do about that fire.
Man badly hurt. Sorry to bother you, Doctor. Bring him in here. Come on, right in with him.
Well, what happened?
An ape got him.
An ape?
Hope we scared him off in time.
This man's badly mauled. Well, you better get him into my laboratory. Jane, you show them. Well, now, how did it happen? Was he in the cage with the ape?
No, the circus burned down and the ape escaped.
The circus burned down? And the audience?
They'd all gone home.
Oh, thank heaven for that.
Will you want us any further, Doctor?
No, I'll take care of it.
Well, then, come on, boys. Let's get out and see if we can find that ape. Don't let him get at me, mister. Don't let him get at me.
Perfectly safe here. I'm a doctor.
Am I hurt bad, Doc?
I'm afraid so.
I don't feel it. Am I going to die?
We all have to die sometime.
Oh, just don't let me die, Doc.
Man. The highest kind of animal.
Hey, Doc. What are you going to do to me?
I'm going to write you into medical history. I'm going to keep a promise.
Wait here. Keep your eyes open.
That sheriff ain't got no heart. I'm so hungry I could eat hay.
Ooh, there's a barn full. Help yourself. George, you take your fellows and search the country up around Carter's farm. Jim, you take your boys and cover the west side of town. Pete, you stay with me. All right. How about joining us, Mason?
Let the circus people do their own work. Why should we do it for them?
But the circus is burned down. They've had trouble enough.
No, that's their tough luck.
Well, if we don't find that ape, our own people might get hurt.
That's your job. Your law and order. And why should I worry about other people? They don't worry about me.
You wouldn't be a little bit scared, would you, Mason? Well, don't be all day about it. We're ready.
He gives a body the creeps to think of that critter roaming around.
Better keep the doors and windows all barred. No telling who he'll go for next.
Are you all right, dear?
Mm-hmm.
Want some more? What you thinking about?
I was thinking about that wonderful woman aerialist I saw last night.
Oh, here comes Dr. Adrian.
Morning, Mrs. Griffith.
Good morning.
Francis?
Oh, good morning, Dr. Adrian. I want to thank you again for the wonderful time I had last night. It was too bad about that trainer, wasn't it?
Now, don't you think about him. This is the most important day in your life. Today, we are really going to start her cure. I found the serum that I need.
I'm going to walk, Dr. Adrian.
I hope so. I'm not just thinking about you, Francis, but of all the other sufferers in the world, all the little boys and girls who can't go out into the sunshine and play and have fun, who have to spend their lives in a wheelchair like you.
I'll do anything I can, Dr. Adrian.
I know you will, my dear. It's not going to be easy. It's going to hurt. But when it hurts, don't be afraid. Just remember that when the pain is gone, it'll leave new life behind. Huh? I think we'd better get her ready.
All right, Doctor.
Now we've got him here and there and here. Now, if we don't get any results tonight, we'll start in here and work west. Oh, change your mind, Mr. Mason?
I never change my mind. You gotta have one first. That's enough out of you. Here's that dispossessed notice on Wilcox. I want it served tonight.
We're busy tonight. It'll wait till tomorrow.
Your duty is to take care of the citizens of this town, not fooling around chasing apes.
It seems you're in a mighty big hurry to make people uncomfortable, Mason.
It's my business what I do.
Fine, and it's mine what I do. We'll get to this when we have time.
No.
Good night.
Oh, Doctor.
Well, Francis?
Oh, my legs. They feel like lead. I can't lift them.
But you never could lift them before.
Oh, I know, but I never felt them before.
You feel them, Francis? You feel them?
They're so heavy.
Well, that's good news, my dear. That's what we were hoping for. But it's only just the beginning. If there's any change, you send for me immediately.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh, Mother.
Jane. Jane. Jane.
Look, I've succeeded. It's there. Life in that tiny bottle. It's working. The child will walk again. Just go.
He's all torn up.
Oh, we better get a doctor.
It ain't no good. He's been dead for hours.
Let's notify the sheriff.
Right. Well, what's wrong?
He ain't got Wilcox.
Is there anything I can do?
No, he's dead on the doornail.
You better be careful, Doc. Thanks, I will.
Jane, we are safe. But only you and I must know that he's dead. Good night.
Would someone tell me what, besides the obvious, is wrong with the Wolfman in horror movies? I mean, remember Larry Talbot from the Universal Horror Wolfman movies? Remember all this whining, crying, and complaining about being a werewolf? And how about Daninsky? He's stuck on an elevator for over 2 hours with a hot little number in a nurse outfit. And what's he do? Nothing. He stands and looks at the door the entire time. Are you really that into your own self-loathing that you can't even pretend to be happy? No? Well, let me tell you something. If you're stuck on an elevator for 2 hours with a beautiful nurse, guess what? You're having a good day. She didn't. I mean, once the full moon came out, turning Daninsky into a werewolf and all that. But she didn't know that was gonna happen. See, a vampire would have seized that moment. Those werewolves are always a one-man pity party. Yeah, sorry you've been granted immortality and all that. You know, immunity from all natural forms of death and disease, super strength, speed and senses, and all that good stuff. You get a bit hairy and in a mean mood, spend one night, a month on the wrong side of right, and you have a complete meltdown. Well, poor you. Tell me again how bad you have it. But he doesn't have to tell me, because Justine takes Daninsky to Dr. Henry Jekyll, a descendant of the original Dr. Jekyll, who conducts a scientific examination on him and finds out through a blood sample collected from a werewolf the following revolutionary news.
Just as I expected. During the transmutation, the blood cells took on the characteristics of those of a wolf.
Really? No kidding. The blood cells from a werewolf took on the characteristics of a wolf. Yeah, really. No kidding. A wolf. Not a kangaroo, ostrich, possum, or giraffe. Nope, this genius discovers that a werewolf's blood has the characteristics of a wolf. How insightful. Pretty earth-shattering news here, people, I know. Well, while Daninsky is in the questionable care of Dr. Jekyll, let's see what happens next as we return to Dr. Jekyll and the werewolf.
My legs hurt quite a little, Danny. I know now Dr. Adrian is really going to cure me.
What if they hurt you? How can you be getting better?
Oh, you don't understand, Danny. They never hurt before. There was no feeling at all. Now they feel alive.
Just the same, I don't like it. I don't like things I can't understand.
Well, I don't understand either, Danny, but I believe in him. Oh, I have so much faith in him, Danny. He says I'm like a daughter to him, and, well, I know he wouldn't hurt me unless he had to. It's part of the cure. It's just got to be.
All right. I'll try to believe, too, honey. But I'd rather carry you around all my life than have anything happen to you. Hello, Sheriff. Any luck?
Not yet, but we'll get him.
Well, I hope so.
Come on, boy. Come on. There, looks like they picked up a scent.
Come on, Sheriff. All right, give it.
There, whoa. There. Well, what got into him? Hold those dogs a minute, will you?
Yeah, you bet you will.
Hello, Doc. You haven't seen anything of that ape, have you?
Oh, no, I haven't, Sheriff.
Well, my dogs just acted as if they'd picked up his scent.
Oh. Well, I better be careful.
Yeah, you better be. Having trouble with insects, Doc?
Yes, this is just a little mixture of my own I'm trying to get rid of them with.
Well, if it works, let me know. My yard's full of them.
Certainly will.
Thanks.
Henry, supper's ready. Were you going out?
Yeah.
Oh, but I made lamb stew and dumplings.
I don't care for lamb stew and dumplings, thank you. Besides, the sheriff wants us out early to capture that ape.
You needn't lie. I know where you're going.
Oh, you do?
Yes, everybody does.
So you've been listening to gossip, eh?
I can't keep people from talking to me and telling me you found a new interest.
Suppose I have.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it, I guess.
Well, keep that in mind.
But if you just wouldn't carry on here where we live, so people would stop pitying me, even if you'd go somewhere else.
Why don't you try going somewhere else?
But I have no one but you. I have no folks. I've got no place to go.
You got the river.
Poor Mason, I feel sorry for his widow.
She's better off.
Oh, that ain't funny when a man's been clawed to death.
I didn't like him when he was alive, and I don't see any reason to like him when he's dead.
Just the same, it ain't right, even if he was no good.
We gotta give that ape credit. He only picks out the ornery cusses.
What makes you think you're safe? Well, boys, you get yourselves some rest today? About 40 winks, we're plumb tuckered out.
Well, maybe we can get some more people in to help us out.
Why don't we go out in the daylight?
Because he don't come out in the daytime. The circus people told us we'd never get him then. We got to catch him prowling after dark.
Think he's still hanging around the village?
He got Mason, didn't he? And we found new tracks up around Dr. Adrian's house. Oh, give me a sarsaparilla. Quiet, you.
What do you think of that, Sheriff? Even the dogs don't like him.
Well, what got into him anyway?
Acting the same way around his house.
Don't make sense. Maybe it's because the doc looks so much like an ape himself. This is no time for joking. All of you be on the job tonight.
I'm scared, Mrs. Clifford. She looks almost... I'm really scared.
We must trust Dr. Adrian.
But we don't know. He ain't got a patient in this town. People don't just hate a fellow for nothing.
Do you hate him, Danny?
No. It's not hating him. It's loving Frances the way I do. If anything happens to her, I'm going down to see. I gotta ask him. I gotta know.
Danny? Danny's worried, isn't he, Mother?
Now, you just rest, dear. Danny'll be all right.
Oh, if my legs didn't hurt so. But I'm not afraid. You aren't, are you, Mother?
No, darling. I want my little girl to walk again.
You ain't going in there, Doc.
Now, what is this, Danny?
I'm scared about her. I gotta know what you're doing.
Well, surely you want her to live a normal life like other people.
Well, sure, as long as nothing happens to her. I love her just the way she is, Doc. I can take care of her. I want to take care of her. I don't want no experimenting on her.
But, Danny, if through her I could rid the world of
I'm not in love with the world. I'm in love with her. I get it. She's just a guinea pig to you. Well, you gotta stop it. You gotta stop hurting her.
Have you been to your garage today?
No, I ain't. I've been too worried.
Well, you take care of your cars, and I'll take care of my patients. Now, just you run along.
I ain't running no place. I ain't no doctor. And I don't know enough about what you're doing. But if anything happens to Francis...
Nothing's going to happen to Francis. Now, don't interfere.
Here comes Danny with the doctor. How do you do, Dr. Adrian?
Griffin. And how is my patient feeling this morning?
I'm all right.
She's been in great pain, Doctor.
In pain? Oh, that's good.
Good?
Of course it is. That's what we're looking for. Now, you prepare her. Work.
You say the name is Mason?
Yeah. Yes, Doctor. Initial H. Anything in your examination to go into my report?
No, I believe not.
Well, I just said the death is caused by a fractured vertebrae. I guess that about covers it, doesn't it?
Yes, I should say that it would.
The reason I sent for you, Doctor, is because you examined the circus trainer when he was sent north. And this case being a similar one to that, I thought probably in your examination that you had discovered something that I had overlooked to put in my coroner's report.
I see. This Dr. Adrian, whose name is on the death certificate, is he the local physician?
Yes, if you can call him one. Folks around here don't like him much, though.
And he was also called in on the case of the trainer?
Yes. Yes, that's the same fellow. He came here during the paralysis epidemic. But the folks around here say that he experiments too much.
Thank you very much, Coroner. I believe you've given me all the information necessary.
That's fine, Doctor.
Oh.
Francis, what do you feel?
Oh, my legs.
They're hurting?
Oh, they hurt terribly.
Have you more sensation than you had yesterday?
Oh, yes, much more.
Do you think perhaps you could walk?
Oh, no.
Then try to move your foot.
Oh, I can't.
You can. Try.
No.
You can.
No.
You can.
No.
You can.
Oh, Mother.
Oh. It's working.
Oh.
Now, you rest. You rest. I'll be back later.
Mother. I know I'll be able to walk again.
I know, baby. I know.
Dr. Adrian?
That's right.
I'm Dr. McNulty from the Robinson Foundation.
Oh, yes.
I had occasion to examine the body of a circus trainer who was killed by an ape here in this town.
Yes, sir.
I understand that you administered to the wounded man before he died.
I did my best for him, but it was quite hopeless.
In spite of the spinal injection you gave him?
I gave him no injection.
I just came from viewing the body of this man, Mason, and I noticed a similar spinal puncture. Did you examine him also?
Well, they called me in, of course, but it was too late. He was dead.
And you noticed no such puncture?
Well, the body was so badly mangled that... Well, no, I didn't.
I see. I understand they've had an epidemic of paralysis here.
That's true.
Many years ago, the Robinson Foundation found it necessary to expel from the institution a most promising young research worker because of his daring, unorthodox experiments with spinal fluid.
It was 25 years ago, to be exact.
Then you are that Dr. Bernard Adrian, whose definite theories...
And in spite of what you did to me, for 25 years, I've been engaged in proving those theories.
By what method have you been doing this?
I'm not in a position to disclose that at the moment.
I see. Well, I'm afraid you leave me no alternative but to report.
Wait. If I could give you some small measure of proof, will you change your mind?
I doubt it.
Let me show you. I'll show you. You see? Now, these two creatures were completely paralyzed. But after my treatment, well, you can see for yourself, they're as lively and healthy as ever they were.
All this has nothing to do with the case.
But it has. The serum that I used.
What became of the serum you took from those two men?
Now, you come with me.
Doctor.
Oh, Mrs. Clifford. Now, this is Dr. McNulty.
How do you do, Doctor?
He'd like to talk to Frances.
She's asleep.
No, I'm not asleep, Mother.
Hello, Frances.
Hello.
But now, this child has had a complete paralysis of her lower limbs for 10 years. Is that right, Mrs. Clifford?
Yes, it is, Doctor.
Have you had any feeling at all in your limbs since Dr. Adrian has been treating you?
Yes, they've been terribly heavy, and I've had a great deal of pain.
Pain?
Yes, and just a little while ago I moved my foot.
Is that right?
That's right.
Will you do it again for me?
I can't.
Make an effort.
I can't.
Thank you. That's all.
I think you'd better take her out into the sunshine.
Is anything wrong, Doctor?
Why, no, Frances, dear. Of course not.
Well, her foot did not move. But I did feel a definite muscular reflex. Congratulations. May I notify the Foundation that you'll come back to us?
It's too late. I have to stay here.
At least give me your promise to keep us informed of your progress.
Every step of the way.
Thank you.
But it's not finished. It's not finished.
Well, Henry Mason, the mean-spirited banker, fell victim to the ape. Did you hear the way he spoke to his wife?
Henry, supper's ready. Were you going out?
Yeah.
Oh, but I made lamb stew with dumplings.
I don't care for lamb stew and dumplings, thank you. Besides, the sheriff wants us out early to capture that ape.
You needn't lie. I know where you're going.
Oh, you do?
Yes, everybody does.
So you've been listening to gossip, eh?
I can't keep people from talking to me and telling me you found a new interest.
Suppose I have.
Well, there's nothing I can do about it, I guess.
Well, keep that in mind.
But if you just wouldn't carry on here where we live, so people would stop pitying me, even if you'd go somewhere else.
Why don't you try going somewhere else?
But I have no one but you. I have no folks. I've got no place to go.
You got the river.
Well, Henry Mason just likes to hurt people with his words. Well, he liked to. You can't do that in a horror movie. You can't. You know that, and I know that. That's the rule. The jerk always gets it. Now, did you ever wonder what these people would be like if they knew that they were in a horror movie? Now, let's see how things would have played out if Mason would have been a nice guy.
Supper's ready. Oh, you're going out?
Nope.
Good, because I made lamb stew and dumplings.
I love lamb stew and dumplings. Thank you. You're so good. I'm gonna go pick you some roses.
You don't have to, Henry. Don't trouble yourself.
It's no problem.
Oh, don't make such a fuss.
Well, you're worth it, darling.
I don't know what I did to deserve such a good husband as you, Henry.
You're so nice.
You make me want to be so nice.
I'm a lucky man.
But maybe you should just sit down and eat your dinner while it's hot. You deserve a hot meal.
And my wife deserves fresh-picked roses.
But Henry, you don't have to go through all that trouble for me.
You're worth everything to me. I'll be right back. I'm in love, I got...
Oh, well, I guess that wouldn't have made a difference. Never mind, would have died anyways. Thought that was gonna end differently. Hey folks, you watch this show and anything could happen. So see what does happen as we return to the conclusion to The Eight.
Gee, look, those. Do you see something?
Yeah. Yes, the way you see the white of his eyes? Maybe they ain't white.
I'm gonna take a chance and shoot now.
Oh, come here, Willie.
You are, Jed Halliday. I want my Willie found. The idea of him wandering around in the dark with that gorilla loose.
Which none of you men seem able to capture.
Oh, it's all your nephew's fault. He's always leading my little Willie astray.
Well, he's always under Mickey's heel.
Oh, he's nothing
Now,
to the
ladies, we've got work to do. Your kids are just someplace where they shouldn't be. That ain't nothing new. Have you looked down in Jones's barn? I caught 'em smoking there last week.
We've searched the whole town.
Go take a look for 'em, Pete. They ain't far away.
Sheriff! Where have you been? Just a minute, Mom. We got him.
Oh, what is it?
Mickey killed him. He shot him dead.
Bang, bang, between the eyes.
Hold it, kids. What'd you shoot him with, Mickey?
My 22. I got a good beat on him.
Where's your 22, Mickey?
He dropped it, Sheriff. I did not. The 8 grabbed it.
I'll ape you when I get you home.
Gee, Ma, don't you believe us?
Where'd you see him?
On the pike about a quarter mile from Doc Adrian's house.
All right, get him home.
Come on, Mickey.
Come
we're
on,
going
Willie.
home right now.
Come on, Come on, get out.
They probably shot a cow.
Yeah.
I'll look into it. Where are the dogs?
Red's got him over on the other side of town.
All right, let's go. Wait a minute, boys. I want a word with the doctor. I'll be right out. Okay.
All right.
Is the doctor in?
Sheriff?
Just wanted to see if you were all right. Ain't been out, have you?
No.
I'm trying to think out, Doctor, a lot of things. That ape seems to take a fancy to your place. Now, don't take offense, Doctor. I'm just trying to clear up my mind. Them dogs of mine have been sniffing ape for days. It's made them foolish, I guess. Else why'd they snarl at you?
Well, there may be some chemical odors on my clothes that offended them.
Uh-huh. But I ain't never seen my dogs offended at anything. Can't understand it, Doctor.
Wait a minute. Jane! Just get me that torn coat of the trainer's, will you? Now, this is an idea that's just occurred to me. I don't know whether it makes sense or not, but perhaps it'll explain your problem. You see, this coat was worn by the trainer when he was mauled by the ape, and it's been in the house ever since. Now, that perhaps explains the interest of the ape in this house and your dogs in me.
Then I'll bet you're right. Well, I'll get along. Think I'll put a few men around your house the rest of the night, Doctor, just so you'll be protected.
Don't bother. I'm perfectly safe, and they might interfere with some work that I have to do.
Well, maybe I'll just keep an eye out myself. I'm just a bit scared, Doc. But don't tell anybody about it. This is the coat that trainer was wearing when the ape killed him.
Boy, did he
look at
rip
that. Look
that
how he
up.
got
He
into
tear it
that.
up in a struggle. One swipe.
Well, come on now, boys. This isn't getting us anywhere. If we lay down on this job, our own coats will be in the same shape. Come on, let's get busy. Now, you fellas get back to your positions. You boys go up this way. All right, Sheriff. I'll stay here.
Now, Francis, dear, I want you to forget all the hours you've spent in this chair. Put them out of your mind. You're not paralyzed. You never were. Fasten that firmly in your mind. You're not paralyzed. You'll do that for me?
I'll try.
Don't forget, you're not paralyzed. Now then, move your right leg. Move it. You can.
Oh, I can't.
Try.
Stop it. You're hurting it.
I can't, Dr. Adrian.
Try it, Francis. You can. You know you can. Move. There. You moved it, didn't you? You moved it. Now the left one. Now the left one. Now move it. Try. Try again. There. You moved them. You moved them both, didn't you, dear? All right, then. Stand up and take a step towards me. Do it. Do it. It's only your mind holding you in that chair, not your body. Do it, I say. Do it. You see, I told you. Go get her some water. Oh, she's all right, Danny. She's better than she was, isn't she? She needs more. She needs more. Take care of her, Danny. I'll be back.
Oh, Francis, darling. Francis.
Name's Halliday, sheriff over to Red Creek. Had a job finding you.
Well, circus jobs are pretty hard to get, Sheriff. You know, all jobs are kind of scarce. You boys get that ape yet?
That's what I come about.
Didn't get him, huh? It's bad. He's a killer.
You boys got some responsibility tracking him down, haven't you?
Well, we did the best we could, Sheriff. The fire broke up the circus. Some of the boys stayed there, didn't they?
Yeah, but that's not what I come about. I just figured when you're looking for something, it might help to know its habits. Too many things about this animal I don't understand.
Well, animals is all alike. Lions, elephants, dogs, they all got one-track minds.
What do these gorillas live on? He ain't killed any animals.
Shucks, no, they won't touch an animal except out of meanness. They live on fruits, vegetables.
Well, that's what's bothered me. What's feeding this fellow?
Maybe digging up a garden, patch or two, or stealing a little bit of fruits.
No signs of it. Checked with all the farmers. Do they prowl around much, or do they stick to one place?
Well, the gorilla generally sticks to one place if he's got anything there to keep him.
We see evidence that this fellow's hanging around one place.
Hey, that ape had it in for the trainer. Where'd he die?
In the house of a doctor near the outskirts of town, and that's the place we think the ape's been hanging around. Say, how would he trace the trainer to that house?
Well, sense of smell. They're pretty good at that. Did you bury him in town?
No, he sent his body to his people up north.
That don't give us much, does it? Any of his clothes around?
When that trainer was taken away, his coat was left in the doctor's house. Would that draw the ape there?
It certainly would. You better get rid of him.
I was afraid my time might be wasted coming over here, but I guess it ain't. Thanks very much, Mr. Howley. I better be getting on the road. I'd like to make home around nightfall.
Well, anything I can do for you, let me know.
Injections. Should have been enough. Take this record book and keep it for me safely.
Pete, you two boys go over there by that shrub. Danny, take your men down there 100 yards by that rail fence.
Okay. Oh, Sheriff, we've been watching there every night, and so far nothing's happened. Now I'm
Will
getting
you take orders?
All right. All right.
You two boys go over by Wilcox's barn.
You mean Wilcox's barn?
Yes, Wilcox's barn.
All right.
You two boys go down the road 100 yards. You two wait for me over by that stone fence.
All right, Sheriff.
Is the doctor here? You sure of that? He's not in there.
Say, Sheriff, what's the idea of sticking around so close to the doc's house?
Because that attendant told me that ape would haunt any place where that trainer had been.
Oh. Hey, what's getting into that sheriff? He's getting touchy. Lost his sense of humor. You know, when a man can't laugh, it just suits. George, wasn't this where we found the body?
Mm-hmm.
Do apes ever return to the scene of the crime?
They're noted for it.
Well, we got something to look forward to.
What's the matter?
It got me. Fire a shot.
Come on. Did you hear that shot?
Yes, but you told us not to leave here.
Where was it? That way. What is it? What's the matter? Did you fire that shot?
Yes. It's Tomlin. The ape twisted his neck, but Archie knifed him.
Can you walk? Pick him up and carry him to the
all
doctor.
right. Go and get him.
Come on, he can't be far away. Come on, get out. Come on, you fellas. You boys come with me.
No, Francis. I'll see what's happened.
Francis!
Let me give him one, Sheriff. Hold on, that's enough. He's done.
What are they doing? What are they saying?
Darling, I don't know.
The doc. All right, boys. Take that off of him.
Let me through. Did the ape hurt him? Let me through. Let me through. Dr. Adrian.
Francis. Come to me, child. Walk. Walk. There. You see?
He's dead, boys.
Oh! Hello, Danny? No, wait, Danny.
Honey, you mustn't overdo it.
I'm doing better every day, Danny.
Oh, sure. You're doing swell, but you gotta take it easy. I'll get you a chair.
No, Danny. Mother and I burned the chair yesterday. I'm never going to use it again.
You bet you will.
So obviously the professor was the murderous ape all along. It's one of those Scooby-Doo type endings. I would have got away with it too if it hadn't been for you meddling kids and that dog. But all in all, an enjoyable movie. I hope you liked it. Now join me next week as I feature yet another classic chiller feature. But for now, you better get to bed. 'Cause remember, if you're not asleep, you can't have nightmares. So have a frightening night. And I'll see you next week. Until then, I bid you adieu, my children of the night.
How many times do I have to tell you, just because something isn't good doesn't mean it's bad?